We should just do that.
I feel like generally, and I feel like I should knock on wood, we have sort of. I don't even want to say it. You know what? I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Don't say it then.
We are playing Splatoon, the video game. How about that? How about da? Right?
Yes.
Like, how?
Do you think they put a really outdated meme in Black Panther 2?
I'm hoping they did.
Which
I
means
feel like
that
How About Da would be about as outdated as they would go.
As Damn Daniel was at the time of Black Panther 1?
Now, to be fair, it was not damn Daniel.
Oh, right, it was,
It
what
was-
are those?
It was just the one of those.
The
If it
other
was
shoe-related
Daniel,
meme from the exact same time?
Damn Daniel, I think was a lot earlier. If it was Damn Daniel, I think that would have been a major misstep. What happened? Oh,
Oh.
I was killed.
we talk about Black Panther for just a second and how much more I love Namor each time I see him.
Do you mean
The actor, or
the actor or the comic character?
Just the concept of Namor in this movie, and it
okay.
looks great.
Yes, I really like the Aztec-y vibe they're going with.
Yes, I think it's great. He has his little stupid like foot wings, and I
He
thrilled.
does. They kept those, which is crucial.
Absolutely crucial. To explain, Tim, Namor can fly, but not because Atlanteans can naturally fly. He's a mutant who has little feet wings.
he's a mutant?
He is a mutant. He's an Atlantean mutant.
He's technically the first mutant in the MCU, I think.
Yeah, by publishing at least.
Yeah.
No, I don't know anything about what is mutant and what is not because it seems very asinine.
No, that is
yeah.
true.
I murdered 2 of them on a bridge.
There are 2 of them in our situation.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Shit. I ran out of ink on the bridge where I murdered 2 of them.
The entire map is a bridge.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yes.
How did you not? Oh my god. Yeah, the thing about what it means to be a mutant is...
God, how many fucking bombs can you throw, fucker?
Is that their name? Or...
Yeah.
Okay,
got
there's
away
someone
with it.
behind you. Oh, well, there's someone in front of you got you, so never mind. Fuck you!
How are there so many bombs? It's like they have a goddamn bomb rush going on. Were you killed by one too, Chris?
No, I was killed by their gun.
I am not going down there anymore. I've decided. Oh, there's still bombs over here, though, by the way. This person has to have, like, 900 points in Sub-Saver. I know that's not possible, but they have to. Okay, got another one there. And that one just fell.
Oh my god, how are they always everywhere?
Okay. This was a very good time to push.
You guys may have pulled it off as I died.
I don't know who was with me there, but we were kicking some ass.
Everyone but me.
Okay.
Yeah, there were 3 of us.
Well done,
Oh my
you
god,
guys.
we did it.
Yeah, we like formed a coalition of death at the end.
Coalition of Death. Love it.
That's
my favorite.
comic book.
I mean, I guess death metal band. Yeah, you know.
Coalition of Death is definitely a 70s era. I'm gonna say DC
Yes.
villain team.
I could see it. Coalition of death. It's just corny enough to exist in a comic book.
But also,
Absolutely.
like it walks the line between corny, but like at the same time, you're like, okay, but like it does sound good.
It does sound good. It's like the Legion of Doom, where it's just like,
Yeah.
this is extremely stupid and I love it.
Mm-hmm. They did have a guy on their team who did not use his crab a single time and got 400 points, so that was pretty bad.
So,
On
wow,
occasion, they
the
have to be
other
on the
3 must have
opposing
done
team.
very well for the first 2.5
Yeah.
minutes.
It certainly looks like it. How far are we to Queen, Chris? Or sorry, Ruler.
Uh,
I just like don't remember visually.
I also don't remember visually, but I feel it was like
Fair.
around 450-ish out of 999.
I'm about 130 out of 999, so you guys probably are. That sounds right.
So Haley is currently coming back from a concert where 3 people who played the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway are like performing with them and doing a bunch of musical stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
She just told me a fact that I find astounding, and I want to make it a guessing game.
Okay.
One of the men said that they have played. Okay, there's 2 tennis missiles again. Played
Yeah,
Jean
yeah.
Valjean a certain number of times, and I would like anyone to guess how many times this man has played Jean Valjean
Like over the course of his
by
career
that?
or on Broadway?
Yeah.
over the course of his career. Yeah.
And we're talking shows, like the number of shows he's played Valjean, and the number of like distinct times he's played him.
Well, from what I've told, I can only gather shows.
Shows. All right.
Tim,
So
there's someone behind you.
just
Yeah,
to be
I'm
clear,
running away.
and
Okay.
like he has played
I
him
got
in
them.
a
Nice.
number of performances in the same show.
I imagine it is appearances on stage as Jean Valjean.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna guess 2.
Okay, Chris, your guess?
I mean, it's a very popular musical. If this guy's a professional, that means he's been in a lot of productions in general. So
True.
I'm like, it feels like it's gonna be like in the
Okay.
hundreds. But that's
see,
not even.
I went with the opposite, which is that I
You
thought
Like he
chose
somehow
2.
just avoided it.
well, it would just be very funny if this guy played it like exactly twice, in just like very random situations.
Yeah, they called me in. I was an understudy twice, and I never wanted to play the man ever, but here I am.
I oppose everything
I'm
he
known
stands
as
for
Jean
ethically.
Valjean. Like being a prisoner, stealing
Like,
bread.
Stealing
bread that one time,
is.
getting-
There are no situations in which you are allowed.
It's
You
the
should steal
cardinal
bread.
sin.
Yeah.
Getting Christian mercy.
All right, I want you to give me a specific number, Chris.
Let's say like 450.
Okay, that's solid. The answer is 2,500.
That's a
That's
lot.
insane.
It seems impossible. I imagine this is an elderly gentleman.
I skipped
But-
2 of them.
But can you imagine performing like that high, I don't know, high taxing of a performance 2,500
Yeah,
times
I
in
mean,
your life?
like, I feel like by time 500, you're sleepwalking through it.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clinical.
That's that one. I mean, I suppose that's going to be me when I'm 70 and I've scored 2,500 Christmas movies. And then maybe
yeah,
I
man.
will
Hey, Dad,
just be ready to
Tim,
perish.
can you do
Yeah?
can you do Russian for us just one more time?
Oh, yeah, sure. Anything else? No, there was-
I don't know. I actually don't know if we.
destroyed everything in
I don't know if we've actually found a sugar plum fairies that we like yet. So could you? Yeah, 543 out
God.
of 999.
That does remind me, Chris. Did you see the Doom guy thing that was going on? I died
The-
no times, killed 8 people, and did 1325 this time,
You've been doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah,
which
you're good.
is more than the other time.
I've definitely been the
Um,
albatross.
No, you haven't. I mean, you've been perfectly good.
Yeah.
I've been okay.
Exactly as good as we need.
We have played. Both Tim and I have played. Probably Tim has probably played about 100 more hours of this than you.
Yeah.
That might be close. Yeah, you might be right.
Oh,
You
Wade
may
Matthews
be
Band is
right.
playing World of Warcraft. You may, you may,
You may,
You may.
you may. You may, you may, you may, you may, you may, you may.
Oh god.
What were we talking about right before that? Before
Da-
Splatoon?
Doom guy.
Oh, yeah, Mick Gordon, the composer for Doom. Did you see the drama about
No.
that recently? Well, I ended up reading the whole thing just because I was very interested, but he posted like a giant open letter essay basically detailing how terrible the production of Doom Eternal was to him specifically because of like
Bream Brim Cap Arctic. I couldn't read it all. Oh god, look at what are they? Tim,
oh wait. What are what?
the other
What are those?
their team.
They're green, right? What?
Yeah, look at their weapons.
Oh my god,
Oh,
what?
oh,
I
horrendous.
just killed one immediately. How? I've never. Is this intentional?
It
Has
has
to
to be.
It feels like a very terrible idea, right?
Yes.
A
Oh,
fun
unless
one,
their
perhaps.
goal is to just do weird special stuff to death.
Well, they only have spiders and Dolby,
They have spiders and Dolby. Oh my.
which is odd and potentially very fun. I don't know.
I mean, I like the idea of just doing some nonsense like this,
Same,
but also,
I mean, it's Splatfest. You might as well.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of mobility they've got.
It's true.
Okay, so Doom Eternal.
Yeah, so the head producer on Doom Eternal just like gaslighted the shit out of Mick Gordon for some reason. Like the man that made the very successful soundtrack to Doom 2016.
Like a large reason why that game was successful when a lot of people thought
And-
it would just be mediocre.
Yeah, and like enduring. Like everyone knows how much the Doom music slaps.
Yeah.
So a while ago, I don't know if you remember, but they released a soundtrack, and Mick Gordon himself came out and was like, "Hey, I didn't get to do any of the mixes on this soundtrack, and that's why
Yes,
it sounds like shit."
I do remember that a while ago.
And like, it was because fans like listened to the soundtrack and they're like, "Hey, this sounds like shit." They're like, "What? I ordered a special edition version of this video game for this soundtrack." And it turned out he was never given permission to work on the soundtrack. Like they never presented him a contract to sign, and they never paid him to do it. And he learned through the media that the special edition of the game would come with a soundtrack. So he was like, "Hey, I saw that we're doing a soundtrack. Let's get this started then. Like, let's sign a contract and figure that shit out." And the producer of the game was like, "Don't worry about it. Just finish the music on the game. Like, shut up." And he was like, "Okay, I guess." And apparently, they gave him like barely any time to finish the music on the game, so that was like its own shit show. And the main problem was that they had him start working so early in the process that they didn't have any levels developed, and then they just like rejected all. You guys just jumped to a place I got murdered in.
And they killed some people.
I survived.
Good.
That was closer than it should have been.
It was.
They might have won.
In fact,
I think they won.
it kind of looks like they won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
that feels bad.
That
I
does
didn't
feel
do
bad.
great, honestly.
Yeah, they're all wearing the same exact thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is These are
Good
some
on 'em.
these are some gamers.
Yeah, that seems like, you know, those like Team Darkside videos where they all have like synchronized great swords in Monster Hunter. It feels like
Sure.
one of those moments.
Yeah, I think we just got gamered.
We did.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna try and wrap this up quick because it was a lot of information. But he was asked to work on the soundtrack so early that he didn't have anything to work with. They're like, just start writing. And he's like, I guess. And then when it came time to put it to the levels, like a year later, shockingly, they didn't really work with the levels because he was asked to write them before they existed. So he had to rewrite a ton of shit, which he was like then not paid for. And then they ended up using all of his old shit in the game anyway without his permission, which was music he was not paid for. So he was like paid to write 2 hours of music for the game, and 5 hours of his music ended up in the game itself, which was all like stuff that they had rejected and like sent him back to write other stuff. So like obviously just a way to squeeze more music out of it. But so the head producer on the game put out a Reddit thread because there was enough complaints about the soundtrack that he was like, "Hey, just want to address this. It's all Mick Gordon's fault that it sucks so bad."
Oh my god.
And Mick Gordon, like, who had just been in a Skype meeting with the guy to try and figure out how they could like react,
Resolve.
react in tandem, and like try and get it all figured out, was like, "What the fuck?" And he's apparently spent the past 2 years in legal talks, basically just trying to get that Reddit thread taken down because it's like slanderous to him. And like,
oh my god, they're all right up in us and they fuck.
oh, I see. Yeah, I'll stop talking about this soon. Anyway,
No, that's fine.
it sounds like it sucks. And
Yeah, no. I didn't realize
it's
that was like
infuriating.
I was aware of that like 2 years ago when it like started. I'm like, damn, that sucks. That seems bad for the composer. I didn't realize it was just still ongoing to such a serious degree.
Yeah,
it's a-
he and I obviously this is all from his perspective, but it's kind of one of those like victim blaming things where it's like, what good would complaining about this do him if it wasn't true? You know, like,
yeah.
what good would complaining about sexual assault be if it's not true? Like, what are you going to actually get out of it other than
No.
just hate, pretty much?
I mean, I believe that this happened, and I don't doubt this, but I think you could say the same thing about that stupid Bayonetta thing. So
Oh my god, that was such a shit show. That smelled real dank like the moment I saw it happening. I'm like, she seemed weird.
You were right.
It turned out she was very fucking weird.
Good sniffing.
Yeah. I mean, it
Have
didn't
to
help that
smell
like
test.
she of course like followed Trump on Twitter and followed all of these like weirdo conservatives. So people were immediately kind of like,
Yeah.
like that's
And, like,
kind of a
I
red
still
flag,
saw like when Bloomberg reported what
the
what
actual
she
amount
was
is.
offered was. I saw people being like, but still, remember that this is about like the pay in the voice acting industry, and I'm like, I'm sure there are still problems in the voice acting industry, but like $20,000 for 2 weeks of work seems fucking
Yeah.
insanely good to me.
yeah,
It's expensive
Yeah.
to make a video game. If that much money is going to that, seems pretty good for her.
Yeah, well, also she doesn't work on anything else, probably because she's a fucking weirdo conservative and no one wants to work with her.
Yeah.
But like, outside of that, it's like, yeah, she was like, I was offered 4,000 for the whole thing. It's like, 4,000 and 20,000 are very different numbers. We lost
Yeah.
that one, really?
yeah.
And not only that, but like, she was like, boycott the game, and also I should get residuals on this game because it makes like hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like, it's Bayonetta.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one was one that like people like
Oh, someone
repeat that number like
disconnected.
this has made hundreds
Oh,
of millions
shit.
of dollars. It's just like
69.
what the fuck are you talking about? Like
Yeah.
it's sold like if you multiply the number of copies that it's sold by 60, then you can get that number. But that's
Oh, one of them
obviously not how
disconnected.
this
Fuck.
works.
Yeah,
Um,
it's,
Yeah, exactly.
But I
it
didn't
is
really.
like one of the most like low end franchises that Nintendo puts their name on, which
Like,
is I'm glad that it exists.
notoriously-
'Cause people obviously like it, but
Notoriously,
Go
a franchise that was dead in the water until Nintendo decided to just be like, yeah, we'll finance your second one. Oh, we'll finance this
Yeah.
passion project for
Yeah.
you.
But it was just I don't know. I didn't really like see that too much about that. Like I saw some blurb where like some blip on my radar which is just like Bayonetta voice actress says she got screwed, and I'm like, okay, cool, fine. And then the next thing I heard was like Bayonetta voice actress actually lied a ton, and it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
escalated.
well,
Um,
and
oh.
because the initial things I had seen from it were from Little Karibo, who is obviously like a voice actor and also active in the voice acting community, and he said something sympathetic, and then Canepa Effect, who's active in like the anime and dubbing community, also said something sympathetic. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Let me look into this. And I looked into it for like a minute, and I'm like, I don't think they should have rushed to judgment on this one because it feels weird.
Well, my thing was that like a lot of people kind of refused to like. There are a lot of people who like were hardcore like her like supporters, and they're like, and then like things started to kind of look bad, but maybe didn't totally collapse, and they're like, well, we have to remember this is actually about voice acting, or like
Yeah,
well, like
which
like the other guy acted like a jerk on Twitter, and it's just like
oh
he
yeah,
blocked a bunch of people. Like that situation, like that was something that
Also,
bothered me
that
a
guy,
lot.
notoriously, anyone who replies to him or quote tweets him in English, he blocks. He has always done that.
yes,
Yeah.
but he is also an asshole, and that's true. But that doesn't
Yes.
change that she just like straight up lied,
Well,
and
yeah,
then like
a lot of people just like
told everyone to not buy that man's game. Which
well, a lot of people are just like he's blocking people on Twitter, and it's just like how dare he? What a
yeah, I mean
crime.
that is his personality on Twitter. Which again, real dick personality, but like I don't know, it's
It
not
says
like
nothing about the pay grade of voice actors on his
Right.
projects.
Yeah.
Also, he doesn't even control the pay grade of voice actors on his projects,
no.
especially in English.
And then
Oh.
everyone was going after Jennifer Hale, one of the
Yeah.
most successful and well-regarded voice actresses of all time, because she was just working on it.
Yes.
And pretty much every voice actor in the community was like, "Hey, actually, Jennifer Hale is like one of the coolest people any of us have ever met, and she's like the most pro-union voice actor I've ever met." And it's like, huh?
So anyway, so what I'm saying is I believe that this guy that he got screwed over, but also I'm counting down the days until it all collapses in on him.
Hideki Kamiya, is that his name?
That sounds right.
I don't care about his video games, which is
Yeah.
something I'm allowed to do, I guess. But
Yes.
I don't know, when things blew up about that, I'm like, it's just Bayonetta. I really don't give a shit.
But
Just,
yeah, so that was a fun situation.
especially
Just a
when,
perfect Twitter shit show. Like that is the whole like proof of concept of Twitter is like, let's get mad about this before we know anything about it.
Yeah.
it's like, how about we take this energy about voice actors and put it towards the mob voice actor who got fired?
Yeah, I mean that's obviously much. Well, and clearly she was riding a wave of that. She's like, I could get something out of this.
Yes.
Instead of thinking, hey, maybe I should pitch in, help the unionize stuff. Like, I don't think anything about unions was ever involved in her shit show. It was just like, I want more money.
Yep.
Whereas Mob was like, the Mob actor was like, I will do this gig for way less money if you agree to talk to the union at all. And they're like, nope. You know what's the most pathetic about that? Is that of course, I had bought a Crunchyroll premium subscription for the year like 3 days before that happened.
Oh no.
And I was like, fuck.
Unfortunate.
So, and I bought it to watch Mob Psycho Season 3. Dubbed, in fact. So, I'm still angry about that because I have like I just don't even care to watch it right now.
Yeah.
But even so, I was curious. So I immediately went on Crunchyroll the first day that it popped up to see just in general how many of the voice actors were even back. Because a lot of them, other than Mob, could have just been like, hey, fuck this, and left.
Right.
So Mob's voice is definitely just a sound alike. It sounds similar, but it's not the actor. And you know, the most pathetic thing about it is they just didn't roll credits. They didn't roll English credits after it.
Oh my god.
So literally no one knows who's in that dub, technically. At the moment.
Fuck off.
Yeah. So not only that, but I mean that was until fucking Chainsaw Man or whatever. Like the premium thing you would get Crunchyroll for is like
Yeah.
Mob Psycho season 3 is gonna kick ass, and I want to see it as it airs. And they, with all this shit show that happened, they like stopped advertising it at all. You have to like search Mob Psycho season 3 in Crunchyroll to even find it. It's not on like the top of their their website
Like their
as it would
splash
normally
page.
be. Yeah. So
change
the combination of that and just not crediting the English voice cast for the new season is the most crony shit I think I've seen in like anime dubbing.
Well, Crunchyroll / Funimation has a monopoly on it now, so
Yeah. Slash Sony.
yeah, right. Well,
They're just Sony.
Yeah, well, it's not technically a monopoly because there are other animation studios that have voice actors, so
Yeah, and most of them are just like contractors that work for Funimation or Crunchyroll. Like,
yeah.
we don't want to do this one in house. How about we buy it from a random other studio? It's still a functioning market.
Correct.
Anyway, that's enough of that. But yeah, that's deeply disappointing. I have not watched any of Mob Psycho season 3, the thing that I bought a Crunchyroll account for.
I didn't know that it was currently airing even.
Yep. See, you would probably know that if they put any effort into marketing it after it became their giant PR shit show.
And I love Mob Psycho.
Yeah. Hey, same. Like, and I did watch the first season in sub, like before there was even a dub for it, and of course I liked it, but I don't know. Haley and I watch dubs because they're easy to watch. You don't have to
Yes.
read, and you can
I
like look
think
at your phone without missing crucial dialogue.
Yeah, I think like I told you like, hey, you should check out the dub because the dude who does Reagan fucking crushes it.
I think he might have, yeah. Which luckily he is definitely still there.
Wasn't there some weirdness with that guy? At one
There
point?
was, I think, it was mostly just like a personal thing, and it seems like he resolved it all on his end, and like he did not get canceled from the industry. A lot of people still really like him.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it was some like he had been very weird in like relationships past, with like gaslighty type stuff, and he made an open apology for it to like specifically to everyone that he wronged, and people were like, "Hey, you suck," for like 3 months, and then it was kind of like, okay, actually, maybe he's fine. Woo, we did it.
Maybe he was shitty but grew up.
Mm-hmm.
In any case,
Which, hey, what a Reagan character arc.
you know, we stand. We have no choice but to stand.
Reagan Arataka.
The ultimate MILF, Reagan Arataka.
As voted by the fans.
As voted by the
Interesting use of the English language there.
Well, Reagan Arataka is Japanese, but yeah.
Oh, that was one of my lesser great matches, but we still did pretty good.
I mean,
Well, they had a guy who did like 450.
That is
we
true.
we have a tight spread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone was really close on that one. Issa-kun has stuck with us for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
been good.
Isaac Coon.
I think it just says Issa-kun.
Isaac Coon.
Isaac-kun?
Hey, when is
Our
Oh,
first
yeah,
10
peace.
times.
Times battle. Great.
Hey, when is Boot Rockin' Variety Society?
What? That's great.
What was I gonna say?
When is what? When
know,
is love?
What were we saying before that?
Mob?
No,
Bayonetta?
right after that.
Reagan, MILF, number 1.
Right, and I was pointing out that we're all going to hell for that sentence.
It's gone.
No, I'm sorry.
No, we're gone to hell for that, Chris, so thanks for damning my eternal soul.
Well,
Well,
it was worth it.
I killed him.
yes. You killed someone?
Has Isakun always been a roller?
Yes.
Okay. So we have had Tenta missiles on our side. Maybe that's why we're winning.
I definitely saw some Penta missiles earlier.
There we
Jesus
go.
Christ.
Superstar?
He's just a man or something.
What else happens in that song?
What are you?
Man, I'm Jesus Christ.
I cannot break this
Yes.
bread
I cannot
tonight.
pray. I cannot.
Man, I really may have to stop associating with you guys out of fear for my soul. Impressive.
I think Jesus would be cool with us.
I
Ow.
probably...
Isn't he like? That's just his whole thing.
Yeah. It's the point of like the New
I
Testament.
don't think it's. No offense, I don't think it's like a high bar for him to be chill with us.
He was chill with Judas and that guy got him killed.
Yeah.
We're just a cool group of guys who like committing blasphemy.
Yeah.
We have made some very uncomfortable, like, sexual comments about Jesus, which is...
I don't know what
Hey.
you're talking about.
He's a MILF.
Yeah. Jesus is a MILF.
Stop calling Jesus a MILF.
I
You
won't.
can't stop me. This is America.
No, you have
It's my
to.
religion.
It is my religion is MILF Jesus.
Stop saying... Don't say MILF Jesus, please.
Why?
Why is everyone in the exact same spot
I don't know.
and killing me?
You need to pray more to MILF Jesus, I guess.
I think, you're finally speaking my language.
I need to stop.
Suck me, MILF
Wait.
Jesus. Now in the hour of our death.
Suck me, MILF Jesus.
There's a guy in our base.
Yeah, I noticed he put one of those jump ropes down, but I didn't really have time to
Jesus.
deal with him.
Suck for us sinners now in the hour of our little death.
Alright,
Yeah.
I was joking, but I think this might legitimately be getting blasphemous here, so...
I
don't care.
don't care. Hey! Very nice.
You may not care about your soul's release. About mine.
Oh yeah, that was a 10 times battle. Good
Yeah,
job, guys.
nice.
Forgot about that. It's okay, when I die, I'm going to see Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2. He is going to take me to the world that never was, where I will live for eternity.
Does everyone have 23,000 clout? I don't know what this means.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I got a festival shell. That's right.
Maps
Just in
and
time
I know
for
modes.
multiplayer maps to update.
This means.
Festival
mean,
shell
at this
increases.
rate-
Festival shell increases how often you get 10x, 100, and
right.
333x.
300! Did we
Yeah.
ever have one of those?
I don't think we have.
Those probably only show up in the second half, right?
That
Uh,
makes sense.
I think did I drop again?
No,
multiplayer.
Maps and modes.
Okay.
I just said the word multiplayer as that if that like meant anything in that context.
I got a banner.
I might as well scrub my gear. Unless I'm close to that third one. Let me see.